to the AFC Championship Game.
Yeah!
Sunday at 3 o'clock. Malin, we are going to start with you, sir. The Chiefs are 3.5-point underdogs on the road. What would you like here?
I don't know why we start with the NFL. This is hurtful. I'm taking Baltimore. I'm sorry.
I'm going the other way.
The reason being is that I think that Baltimore has been the best team in the AFC for the most part
So far.
throughout the whole year. Okay. Now you're a Chiefs fan, so of course you're going to disagree. You could just go ahead and put him down with the Chiefs. He doesn't even need to go. But I think there is going to be a true test with the defense between Kansas City and Baltimore. But I just think that Baltimore's defense, man, they shut down the run game. And I don't trust the wide receivers outside of Kelsey and Rice. And so if you're only giving me 3.5, like if it was like 7 points, like the other game is, that would give me a lot of cause to pause and probably take Kansas City. But I'm going to take Baltimore reluctantly because I would not put money on this game. I just want to let everybody know I'm not putting money on this game. I'm making a pick.
Don't lose your money, sir.
But I'm not putting cash down to be like, yeah, I'm that confident in it. I'm not. I'm just making a pick, people.
It's all about picks.
Nestor.
I don't trust the 3.5. I'm going to take Kansas City. I think people underestimate the defense and what Kelsey, what Mahomes can do. And
1-5.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really close game. I don't trust 3.5. Give me Kansas City.
See, he says that, but he thinks that Baltimore is going to win by 3. That's what he really thinks.
At this point,
G Money, what do you like?
I like Baltimore. I like their defense. I like the fact that when you look at them offensively,
next week
you think, well,
look a lot different.
they're going to run. But, yeah, I doubt it. I mean, and Kansas City probably has the best defense since Mahomes has been there. I mean, if their offense had been better than it is, I would probably go with Kansas City, but it's not. You've got Kelsey and you've got Rice and you've got Pacheco. They'll stop the run because that's what Baltimore is really good at, is stopping the run. Mm-hmm. They'll stop the run. They'll force you to throw. And what they'll do is they'll bracket Kelsey and force you to throw those wide receivers. The only issue I have with Baltimore right now is that their starting corner, Humphreys, is injured. And it's doubtful whether or not he'll start. But I think they'll get pressure on Mahomes. I think that being in Baltimore, it's going to be a little different. I will say this, though, that if somehow Kansas City actually wins the game, that conversation about GOATs and everything, nobody thought that we'd have this, right after Brady retires, that, Mahomes is going to be, but he will be. He will be. Let's start talking about that. He'll be in that conversation, and it'll be a serious conversation. But I just don't see him doing it. I just don't see them. Not only do I not see them winning, but I don't see them covering the 3.5. So, if I were gambling, oh wait a minute, yeah I am. I'd take Baltimore minus the 3.5.
All right. I'm going to take... I'll wait for a second. I just will say this. I love Lamar Jackson, and I want the Ravens to win this game.
He's taking Kansas.
But I'm not picking against the Chiefs. I can't do it. If you think I'm going to come all this way, and at the last second...
Smart man.
I'm going to change my mind or go back on my word. It's not happening. So I will go down with the ship. I'm going to take the Chiefs and the points. However, this is a game that I would love to be wrong on because I want to see Lamar Jackson go to a Super Bowl. It feels like it's his year. This team is the best he's had his entire career. I want to see him hoist that trophy, so he's got to win this game. If not, it's going to be a huge disappointment, and it's going to be a stain on his resume for sure.
I would love for you to be wrong about this game too.
That's okay.
Friends.
But if KC does advance, like G Money says, that GOAT conversation, because with this roster that Mahomes is working with right now,
But you still got to win it though.
right? Yeah, he's got to get there and win, of course.
Because Tom Brady won some Super Bowls with some bad rosters.
Right, absolutely.
Like he lost with some really good rosters.
Yes, right.
But those last 3 Super Bowls he won, we're talking about LeGarrette Blount, Edelman,
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
busted ass Gronk. He won
Right.
3 Super Bowls with those people.
Yeah, Amendola in
Like,
there.
so you gotta he can't just get there. He has to win.
Right,
Got to get that hardware, baby.
He's got to win
Gotta
a
get it.
ring with that type of roster.
Got to get it.
right.
So, and he kind of did last year a little bit without Tyreek,
Yeah.
but this one's worse.
Yes, noticeably.
This roster is worse.
G Smooth, why is Kadarius Toney going to light up the Baltimore Ravens? Tell us.
Well, actually, since you mentioned him, you brought him up. He's still injured. Is that?
Oh, that's right. He's
Good.
he
So
won't
that's been a blessing to us and to
Probably
him.
sent the mob in
Yeah.
while he was sleeping.
and hurt him. They probably did a Full Metal Jacket on Private Pile with his ass with a stocking.
Soap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can believe that. But I'm thinking the
I would've.
key components of this game is definitely going to be, Kelsey's going to be double coverage. We know that. Rice will be, looked after. They'll look after him and try to control Rice. But I think MVS, coming off the last game, he's going to be critical to downfield passes because he really, came alive all of a sudden. And people had wrote him off actually, and I wrote MVS off during the regular season. But he's alive and well, and he's very capable of catching the deep ball. Special teams, Richie James will also will play a big part too. We need to have some good kickoff returns. We need to have better field position. We don't need to be trying to, have a 14-play, 15-play drive starting at our own 20. We need to be on the, mid 40, 45, 50, midfield, having good field position against that Ravens defense. But Patrick's going to do what Patrick does. Patrick will love to, drop back, but if it gets pretty hectic back there, you know what he's going to do. He's going to step up and possibly run. He's not a Jackson. Jackson is the master of that. I would love to see Jackson get a Super Bowl ring, but this
not
year,
at the expense of your Chiefs.
Just
yeah, not
this year.
this year, not this year.
You can do that next year.
Yeah, do it next year. Do it next 5 years. Do it next year.
You're gonna
But-
get paid for a
yeah,
while, man.
yeah.
You just-
But I'm rooting for the game to be exciting, not to be a one-sided game. I want it to be one of those type of games where the last team with the ball will decide whether or not who's going to win.
I gotta be honest with you though, it's a 3.5 point game, so
Yeah,
I don't know that I want it to be like a 27-24 game.
and that's what
That
I'm
would
looking
be
at.
amazing.
I don't
That'd be
want that.
Best
Yeah,
case
perfect.
scenario.
And-
I don't want that.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
He gets my ass.
You don't want that. You don't want. You don't want that.
Manifested it.
What I'm thinking,
I know you want it.
Yeah, I just want the W. But I stated earlier today, if Kansas City can keep the game close by halftime or have the lead by halftime, then I think the Chiefs have enough to push through that second half to win.
I remember in the middle of the year when I thought that my Seahawks had a chance of beating Baltimore, and that was ugly. We lost by like 30-some points. That wasn't good. I don't think you guys are going to lose by 30 points. Much better team because you got Patrick Mahomes, not Geno Smith. To me, it comes down to Pachenko and how well can he run against that? Because he already runs angry. Like, I don't know who broke up with him in middle school or, like, who didn't love him
Actually,
enough.
knowing his story is
But
like,
he runs so goddamn
about that.
angry.
He runs angry. He
Like,
does.
when
I don't know anything about the guy.
every step he
he's
takes
through it.
reminds me of Albert Hainsworth stomping on that guy's neck.
I remember
Every time he runs, man, I'm like, dude, every step
gosh.
you take is just goddamn angry.
Yes,
like
he's
you
just angry. Yeah, he's
just
angry,
stomping on people.
But he's
He's like Edward Norton, American History X, just stomping on people
Yeah.
every time he runs a goddamn ball. It's fucking crazy.
and he gets hit, he gets tackled, and he bounces
Yeah.
straight up. You know.
So
But like I said, I think the running attack would be a bonus if it happens. But if not, we have to go to just he's pass it to Pacheco. Throw it out in the flat. All these things. Andy Reid's gonna draw up a good plan. I don't have any
Yeah,
doubts
I
on
think
that.
the Chiefs manage the game so well. Like, they don't react like other teams, like the Dolphins, the Bills. No, I'm serious. They don't react. They try to manage the
And they'll
game.
make adjustments.
want
They'll
like
make
a
yeah,
adjustments.
roll with him or something?
definitely.
But the defense can't fall.
right there.
Listen, defense can't. Listen, the Chiefs' defense can't. They can't fall, and they can't allow the Ravens to put up 28 points in the first quarter.
While controlling the clock.
They can't do
That's
that.
the biggest
They
thing.
can't do that.
Yeah,
If
time.
the
They
Ravens
fall-
control the clock.
Yeah, it's
Because
not.
I do not think the Chiefs have it in them to come back late
a huge deficit
in a
like
game.
Right.
Like, if it's 10 points, 5-6 minutes left, I don't know if they got the firepower like they used to be able to get up and down the field like they have in the past. I think they need a little bit more time than that. So it's going to be a good game though.
Yeah, absolutely.
that. Yeah, we miss Juju.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
You can
We
have
miss
him
Juju.
back. We will ship him back first class.
First AFC Championship game in what, 6 years?
You can take him.
Is this the first one in 6 years now in Kansas City or 5 years?
6 years.
God damn.